Also, the sorcerer materializing an Amethyst Cross, very interesting. A technique here to transcend time. One line is the past, one line is the future, and they meet in the center. And if we bring in the color of amethyst, the stone of amethyst, it is clarity. The word amethyst in Greek means you're not drunk, that you're clear and alert. So a very vivid visual. Hello, welcome back as we continue taking a look at universal symbolism, truths, psychological profiling, and gemstones of the Sabian degrees of the zodiac. There are 360 degrees. We are taking a deep dive into each one, 2 at a time. Today we're on Sagittarius Gemini 14. They are the opposite signs on the wheel. They mirror each other. Their energy can be felt on both sides. So without further ado, I thank you so much for being here. Let's jump into Sagittarius 14. Angels taking on new forms. A vast panorama of sand and time is unfolding. The pyramids and the Sphinx in their glory rise before the eye. Another way to say that, the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx. A man communicates in graceful sign language. A terrarium filled with carnivorous plants. The full moon low in the sky shines on the Great Pyramid, which casts a long shadow over the desert. The stone here is Lapis Lazuli, and it is in the description if you'd like to take another look at it. It alleviates insomnia and vertigo. It's associated with royalty, strength, with courage, with wisdom and intellect, friendship and truth. It is thought to ward off evil. It also has many health benefits such as boosting your immune system, purifying blood, lowering blood pressure, soothing areas of inflammation. Beautiful stone, check it out. This degree is very aware of the fact that deeply embedded in our consciousness, our subconsciousness, our high consciousness, we have all the truths that have ever been, that we're connected to everything, and therefore we are connected to our past at its point of origin. And it wants to get there. And one way that it gets there here is the terrarium filled with carnivorous plants. It wants to understand things, and it feels the best way to do that is through things that are unusual, bizarre, different from everything else out there. A magnet for people who, quote unquote, identify themselves as misfits that want to be understood. This degree has a voracious appetite for collecting friends that would fit this description. In the mind of this person who strongly identifies with this particular degree, and we all do today, we have a strong sense that the whole of history is deep within us. And one way to get to it is to identify and to attract those who are unusual, bizarre, misfits, quote unquote misfits, because they are evolution at play. It's basically a person who can identify as being the island of misfits because everybody's welcome. There's a need to understand and witness the unusual so that we can tie back to what's unusual within us, and that it can help us ground us back to our original roots in time. So this is a very deep degree, a very mysterious degree. So trying to evoke the past in knowing the truth of what we are, and also tying that information to the future, is the motivation for being a magnet for what is unusual. This is also someone who has very graceful communication. It can be someone who uses their hands when they speak, who uses their whole body, uses emotions, and it flows forth so that they can connect with people that are of like mind and find them. So someone who's very accepting of differences, and someone who wants to create, but at a deep, ancient level, you know, tying back to the pyramids and the Sphinx, trying to understand that level of manifestation so that we can bring that into the future. So a philosophical, mysterious, unusual degree. Someone who loves Egyptian things. A love of ancient histories and mysteries. Knowing that the occult knowledge is there and the divine is there. Knowing that if it's deeply embedded within us, that it's available to us, the knowledge is there and the power is there. And we want to touch that here today. Let's take a look at Gemini. Two people at widely different points are in conversation with each other by means of telepathy. The sound of drumming brings everyone into the present. Deep in a cave on the moon, a dreamer dreams of prehistoric jungles. Journeyers trekking through mountain snow. A sorcerer materializes an amethyst cross. The stone here is Tanzanite, and it will be in the description. It brings a sense of serenity into your life. It aids intuition, it enhances communication. It gives you a soothing energy that promotes emotional well-being and inner harmony. It helps calm an overactive mind, relieves stress, therefore creating a stillness and balance. It speaks to the throat, third eye, and crown chakra. Communicating, and they're not doing it outwardly in a physical sense, they're doing it through their minds. So these are two completely different people, both unusual to each other, but they're still able to come together. They find common ground by doing it through their mind, using telepathy. Two people communicating as if in the one mind of consciousness, or as if in one body, one mind body, where nerves communicate, like how our brain communicates to our body, and then we move our hands. So that's the idea here. Telepathy is very strong here. If this degree is really strong for you, you may be a drummer. So communication, where we're trying to get through to other people, and we use our mind, so reading between the lines with mind, or expressing it through our gestures and feelings so that we can get through to people. Also, the sorcerer materializing an amethyst cross, very interesting. A technique here to transcend time. One line is the past, one line is the future, and they meet in the center. And if we bring in the color of amethyst, the stone of amethyst, it is clarity. The word amethyst in Greek means you're not drunk, that you're clear and alert. So a very vivid visual for a meditation of how to manifest. Visualizing an amethyst cross where the past and the future come together, that the present is the black hole where infinity meets, where the power is. This is a visual to get you there if you want to meditate about it. The point was made that the drummer leaves behind it a wake of memories, and it wakes people up, but it does so, and it also speaks to what's coming. And so the drumming wakes people up, but in a slower means. The magician, the sorcerer, brings manifestation instantly by understanding that the power is here now, bringing together the past and the future here now with clarity, with focus and alertness, positive intention. Manifestation occurs. So the cross is very strong here, drumming is strong. Prehistoric jungles, prehistory is the Sphinx, the pyramids. So these tie back together. These definitely tie back together. And a transcendence of time. The way to plug in is to plug in here. I mean, we've all heard that. Be here now. An awareness here of what can block communication, and that you keep working at it. So this is someone who may initially have issues with communicating, but because they have to work so hard at being understood or understanding, that they become very powerful at doing so. They have an ability to communicate in a richer, stronger way that gets through to people. If we know that the past and the future is tied together here now, we're the point of power, and that we can touch back and go back to the greats, the pyramids, all the way back to the pyramids, but also to other greats in history, and bring them here now with positive intention and clarity of thought. We can telepathically communicate with them. That's available here. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these symbols, if you've had a dream about them, if you have any questions about them. Otherwise, please give me a like if you're enjoying these, subscribe for more, and take care till next time.